But that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I'm not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Oh, there we go. Oh, turn that off. Hi, everyone. Who's all here right now? We got Gambit first in the house, as usual. In fact, you posted those early, Gambit, cheating bastard. Let's see. Who else is here? We got Snorty Cuber. Hello, Snorty. And that's Sally Forth is here. Hi.
Hi, Sally.
Hello, Sally.
Just switched the movie. Not a great choice when already depressed.
It's not a great choice, period, I would say.
Well, I think a lot of people like this movie. You know,
I don't.
Yours is not the popular opinion of the film. So, but I respect that you don't like it. You don't. You know, you're kind of
to the
like
point where I refused to finish it, and that has only happened once before, North by Northwest.
And we have to go back and watch that because you're wrong about that film. You're completely wrong, and you need
It's
to.
not
give
about
that film
being
more
right or
chance.
wrong. It's about me just not enjoying that.
Well, it's also because it's what we do. We watch movies and then talk about them.
Yes.
And even I watch movies I don't really want to watch sometimes, but that's part of the deal. Now, I
You're
could be
telling
nice
me?
to you. Should I be nice? All right, everybody in the audience, should I be nice to Anima because she's having to talk about this film today, or should I just do what I normally do and be a jerk? I guess I could always put a Q&A up. I mean, let me put a Q&A. Let people vote. That way it's more
That's not going to change
anonymous.
anything, though.
Sure it will. Because if they vote one way, I will go with it. So let's see.
Yeah, right.
Be more of a dick after the show when they can't listen to it anymore.
All right, so let me do a Q&A. No, a poll. There we go. There's a poll. Good, Gary.
Welcome, Sammy. Repeat.
That's
Hey, Sammy, what's up?
I don't know that name.
Me neither.
Well, it's somebody I know.
Oh.
I know him through Zach's. Should Gary be a jerk or be nice to? Yes. No. Be a little mean. Nuclear option.
What?
There you go, guys.
They're all going to go for nuclear now to see what happens.
Hey, should Gary be a jerk or be nice to Anima? Yes. No. Be a little mean. Nuclear option. I'll leave it up to you guys.
Oh my god. I'm in your hands now, guys. Do your thing.
I don't know. When you
About
have
what?
presented, it says, should be Gary be a jerk or be nice? Yes, no. What the fuck? You should change that labels to jerk or nice.
Well, let me edit it. No, won't let me edit it. It is what it is.
So,
fuck off.
What does yes mean? Jerk or nice?
Yeah, if you want me to be nice, select yes.
Okay.
If you want me to be mean, select no. If you want me to be just a little mean, vote that one. If you want me to go all in and be brutal, select
Raisin.
nuclear option.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
as I've always said, Snorty, I'm sorry, I can't count to a Brazilian. What's up, Sammy?
It already has 5 votes, it says.
The film was shot in 84, and ironically is kind of a film in the same vein as the story of 1984. It was shot on a $15 million budget, and it only made in the United States 9.9 million, but it did make its money back later in
On video.
video sales and for what do you call it? I think it was on HBO home box office is where it got released for pay TV. So if you voted yes, that means I have to be nice to Anima. Just remember that. If you vote no, that means I get to be a little mean. If you want me to be, well, I get to be mean. If you want me to be a little mean, I got to be a little nicer than me. But if you want me to go all in, that's the nuclear option. And I double dog dare you to select that one. Double dog dare you. Shut up, Cat.
She's
Fuck you and your
protesting.
opinion.
She's not happy how you treat me.
No, she's pissing and moaning that you cleaned up her beautiful vomit that was on the
she's
carpet.
actually very confused because my cover and all my stuffed toys are on the carpet because I need the mattress cover to dry.
He's like, you need to treat my vomit like it's the crown jewel, and you don't go cleaning it up and disposing of it. That's just wrong. I thought you loved me, and that's what you say.
On top of that, I broke the bed because the bed is broken now.
Okay. Before we begin, let me say hi to Snorri. Well, you lost, boss. You have to be nice to Anima. It's unanimous.
That'll be nice for a change.
All right, so I got to be nice. All right.
Chandler Hammerschlag.
So being nice, I'll just simply say this show is brought to you by that guy. And let's see. And interesting enough, Tom Stoppard had scripted Rainer Werner Fassbinder's Despair, starring Dirk Bogarde. All right, so why Brazil? The film Brazil is 1985 film. It was named after the recurring theme song Aquarela da Brasil
Aquarela.
by Ari Barroso. Oh, that's interesting. So if it's said with an accent, if you're from like a Spanish place, it sounds like you're from a Spanish-speaking place. That's cool. Thanks, Martin. Which is commonly known as simply as the song Brazil in English. So it's a popular song. I remember hearing it as a kid. Gilliam was inspired to use the song after visiting Port Talbot in Wales. This is a steel town covered in coal dust, where he heard that song playing and that style of music playing constantly, creating a a contradiction of sorts between the stark contrast of the song's happiness and everything covered in filth. And he just thought that was funny. The song's lyrics itself invokes love, romantic feelings, and a dreamlike happiness, which serves as the powerful, ironic storytelling against this dystopian society depicted with its symbolized giant buildings. Everything is ugly, communist looking. What's that called? The fascist
Brutalism.
Yeah, brutalism. Thank you. It's a fascist form of architecture, and it's almost like it's trying to psychologically manipulate the listener into believing that this world is happy when it's not. It's also kind of reminiscent of early Germanic and Italian propaganda in the early days of World War II. Hold on. Gambit, 1984. So let's put them together. Unfortunately, that moron Michael Radford did a version of 1984, and he called it 1984. So I was blown. I don't know. I don't think
You have to
said.
read this one because it's a two-parter.
Oh. With Salman Rushdie, Gilliam stated Brazil came specifically from the approaching of 1984. It was looming. In fact, the original title of Brazil, that was one of the titles of the film, was 1984 and a half, which was a play on, man, I'm getting to this shit, dude. Give me a chance to show what I fucking know. I fucking know all that stuff. There were other titles that were involved. George Orwell's 1984, and it was a play on Fellini's film 8.5, so he named it 1984 and a half. There was another one called The Ministry of Torture, and also as a nod to Stanley Kubrick, he had one that was called How I Learned to Live with the System So Far. But unfortunately, and ultimately, he chose Brazil. And I think the title confuses a lot of people.
You think?
Yeah, because it just, I think 1984 and a half would have been the better title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonjour. Happy All Saints to you too.
Bonsoir.
Yes. And thank you for the $2 Canadians, Christian. We need to run something for you. Let me see what can do. No, not that one. This one.
What's the matter? You scared? Noticeably? I'll say. Now stand back. I gotta practice my stabbing. No, please, help!
Now, although the film is not set in Brazil and no characters speak Portuguese, which Anima has said is basically drunk Spanish, the
My
title
sister
reflects
said that. It's not for me.
the title. Yeah, but it's you that said it to us. The title reflects the film's central theme of an imagined unreachable utopia. So, and that was one of the really cool things about it. Another interesting thing is, oh, hey, Andy. There are actually 3 versions, at least that we know of. There's the original 142-minute European release. The second one is the shorter 132-minute prepared by Gilliam for the American release. And then the third is another version nicknamed the Scheinberg edit, or Love Corrupts All version. It has the happy ending. This is from Universal's then boss, Sid Sheinberg. against whom Terry Gilliam had fought to get his version released. And I thought that was pretty neat. Now, how did Gilliam get his version released at all, which is the European release? Terry Gilliam was asked to do a film class during the filming of the movie at the University of Southern California. And Terry agreed and took advantage of the situation by preparing to bring an audio visual aid, which was his cut of the film. And so by the time he went there, he had already done his own cut, and which would have been allowed at the time. But unfortunately, students have big fucking mouths, and they began to promote that he was going to be doing a screening of his director's cut of this film. Well, you can guess what happened next. Scheinberg got word of this, and the executives had a hissy fit. And so he was forbade to show this film. And I mean, he was flat out told, do not show the film. But they gave him permission to show clips. And with that, he took the entire film and showed the film. He's like, fuck you guys. And before they could get fucking angry about it, it's because of him showing the entire movie at repeated screenings for over 2 weeks that the Los Angeles, California Movie Critics Association were able to see the film and give the award before it was even released for Best Picture of the Year of the Los Angeles Critics Association. So that was a huge selling point for the movie. And yet still, like I said, it didn't do well in the United States. And I don't know how much it made in Europe. I really don't. So,
Well,
there
they
we go.
like weird movies here, so it probably did really well.
The French love fucking down endings.
Oh, yeah.
Terry also famously, by the way, hi, Fred, took a full page ad denouncing the studio. I think it was the New York Times. I don't know. It could have been. That's an interesting name, Arsenault. Don't want to sound like. Don't want to sound like
Like an
a what?
Like a what? There's a word missing in that sentence.
Yeah, Sammy, I think there's a word missing in there.
like an ass.
Maybe.
Yes, like Futurama. Okay, so
No, see, I don't want to sound like an ass. It's know,
okay, I get it.
this seemed rigged, and I don't get it. What's
Yeah,
on
what,
rigged?
I'm not sure what you mean by rigged. Hold on.
And welcome, Fred Arsenal. I'm sorry.
Yeah, welcome to ADD Theater.
I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but that's what I do.
It could be French, that last name.
Yeah. Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal. I don't know. You let us know, Fred. It's probably safest to just say Fred.
Oh, Anima Gambit is your nemesis.
No, it's not. I just hate Kafka.
Is it?
Doesn't
Well,
work for me.
All right.
he says, he says, I love arty Kafkaesque movies like this.
Yeah, I hate Kafka. And I hate artsy-fartsy stuff. Like, fuck off with that shit.
So I started another poll, and this one's the North Pole. This poll asked the question, Does this poll seem rigged? Yes. No. Of course not. Trust PCM. There you go.
Trust us? Okay.
My ancestors being from the Brest arsenal. So no is plural for arsenal. What? It's not the poll that's rigged. It was the criticism of the movie you were talking about.
Oh,
Oh, look. Hollywood critics, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. They lapped up anything Terry Gilliam made. And I would say even the New York critics were that way with him early on. Even though they were pretty brutal with one of his films. I happen to like it, and I've read Kafka. It's disturbing. But
yeah.
some people just don't like it.
My problem with Kafka is he depicts those horrible situations, and at the end of the story, everybody's shit happens.
Yeah, like the guy turning into a bug. That was the first one I had
Yeah.
to read. That was like,
And-
fuck me, that author is
And
not.
that
me.
end with the little girl in the train wagon. It's saying, guy die. Who cares? So
I don't know that
there's
one.
what the fuck? There's no emotional response here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Have you got a 27B/6?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Now-
This was a joke they would do again later in the movie
Now I'm
Office
twitching.
Space.
And they even did it with Johnny English when they remind him of a failed mission in. Oh, I forgot the name of the place.
I don't know.
You know nothing. Nothing.
I love all of the antiquated equipment, which I think gives the film a more lived-in world. But it's and then it explodes. That's so fucking Monty Python. And by the way, if I didn't say hello, Sandra. Well, the problem was he saw the American version. And I remember seeing the happy ending and not liking it.
I have never seen a happy ending.
Yeah, the happy ending ends with him being rescued. That's the end of the film, them driving off.
But that makes no sense. You know she's dead.
I'm an asshole. Scheinberg.
Oh,
And of course, killing that bug causes everything that's going to happen.
that's the bug in the system.
Yep. Which is kind of funny because he wanted to play the friend character.
The interrogator.
Do what?
Oh my! The guy who conducts
Okay,
interrogations.
Yeah, so De Niro wanted to play the role of Jack Lind, but Gilliam had already given the role to Michael Palin. So De Niro wanted to be in the movie, so he said, "How about Harry Tuttle?" And then once they got him on set and started shooting his scenes, Gilliam and the crew just fucking couldn't stand him, De Niro, because he kept having to do research for everything in the movie and he was obsessed with it. And it made him a pain in the ass. And at one point, I think Gilliam even said that he wanted to strangle him over it. But
Wow.
despite all those problems they had, De Niro always says he had a really wonderful time making the film. And I've
Well,
never
he
heard
had.
anything. Yeah, he had a good time.
The other
Uh,
people don't.
but yeah, I just don't know if anybody felt the same way. And I will say that Gilliam didn't work with him again. That should say a lot. Yeah, and of course the literal thing too, because it was Tom Stoppard that came up with the idea of having a bug in the system, a literal bug in the system.
Oh, that scene was awesome. Say, we never made mistakes and instantly a mistake.
Yep. And they've always been doing this. Like Monty Python was known for that shit. Making fun of corporate world, and by creating this department in government too, having the Department of Redundancy department was always like one of my favorite jokes. Ian Holm was great in this. Ian was someone that worked with Gilliam, and they liked each other. I do assure you, Mrs. Buttle, the ministry is very scrupulous about following up and eradicating any error. If you have any complaints which you'd like to make, I'd be more than happy to send you the appropriate forms.
Yeah, it's always about the forms.
All requires form in this.
Not just
Now,
this.
Yeah.
there is something that you see in Blade Runner too. See the magnifying screen there in front of the TV screen to make it larger, computer screen. They have something like that in Deckard's apartment and in Blade Runner. But it's something that's real. It's for people with smaller TVs that want to be able to see things that have vision problems, and it allows them to make the screen bigger with that magnifying glass. My dad had one of those when his
You
eyes
could get
started
them for
going
your
bad.
phone too.
That happened on Taxi Driver 76, where Robert De Niro became the character nonstop. He never got away from it during the shooting. Yeah, actors that are like that annoy me. They start doing this shit, and then you get these classically trained actors that just don't like them, don't like working with them. But that's a misnomer, though, with Dustin Hoffman and Laurence Olivier, because they actually had a very good working relationship. And that famous time when he says, "Have you ever tried acting?" Because Hoffman had gone without sleep in order to look more disheveled. And they go, "Oh, he was being so disrespectful." And Dustin Hoffman got it back later. It's like, no, it wasn't like that at all. He was being cheeky with Hoffman, and Hoffman actually was amused by this statement. He goes, "Oh, I hadn't considered that."
I mean, it's Olivier.
And you also have the same thing that happened in what Roger Corman's what was it? The Raven? I think it was The Raven. Nicholson's first starring role was in a Corman film, and he grabbed, I do believe it was Vincent Price, and threw him into a chair and pissed Vincent off. He says, "Don't do that." He says, "I'm fully equipped to act like I'm being thrown, and you don't have to throw me." Mean Streets, another good film. Harvey Keitel, man. A lot of people don't know that Keitel is in Taxi Driver too. He's the pimp.
Yep.
Well, Tuttle is such an interesting character in the film. Like, it's almost like you're pulled out of the movie you have this movie going, and anytime Tuttle shows up, you're pulled out of the movie into this side story.
Dude, I love that those two scenes in which Tuttle just rappel down. I love the way that that scene looked. I don't
The
know how
zip
they
line,
did it.
all of it. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought De Niro could act all the way up until I think Ronin was the end of it for me with him. After that, I just didn't like his performances anymore. And I can't think of any film after Ronin that I liked him in.
look at that.
Ooh, that's cool. Brando always get praised for being a method actor, but I always just smelled a large ham sizzling. Well, that's because everything is food to you, Snorty.
Yeah. Your brain's in your stomach.
And by the way, with you
What?
bringing that up, yeah, just we like you. Stop trying to get us to dislike you. With the Paris thing, when he shot the movie Ronin in Paris, at that point there was laws against firing movie weapons. You couldn't fire movie weapons inside the city limits of Paris, and it's because so many movies were being made, and I do believe it was in the '60s when that got started. And with guns going off, it would go off at all hours of the night, and people complained, and so they made a law, an ordinance, and that was the first movie since the ordinance was put down that it was lifted. And so Ronin was the first movie since that ordinance to be allowed to shoot guns for a movie action scene. Yes, he was. But even he admits that they went too far when they did the movie Last Tango in Paris. And he would not go back to France because there was an active warrant for him for the sexual assault of the young actress from Last Tango in Paris, because he and the director discussed it that instead of having regular coitus, that he would use butter and do a little boofoo.
So fucked up.
And that was completely against the will of the actress. And the director, went to jail over it. And so Brando was like, well, I'm not going back to France. And so they were wanting to shoot some stuff in France later on for one of the films. I forget which one it was. And he said that he couldn't do the part because he can't go back to France, or would not go back. The Last Tango in Paris by Bertolucci. Yeah, Brando went overboard with being, with Maria Schneider. And he absolutely assaulted her on camera. The film is the evidence that it happened. And what they decided to do is, instead of regular coitus, the director and Brando decided to surprise her. And he admitted later it was wrong, but it's like, no, man, it's beyond wrong. You should have gone back and faced the music for what you did.
Yep.
Same thing with Roman Polanski. Now there's Broadbent right there, her surgeon. You know him. He took over. He was in Harry Potter. It's like,
Yes. And in Cloud Atlas.
I didn't like that movie. It's not like I hated it. I just was like, I didn't get into that movie. And I felt bad because it sounded so cool on paper. And then I saw it and I was like, I think there's better ways to have made this film. But every bit, the effects in it were fantastic. So Jim Broadbent was in also in another film I like, Moulin Rouge. I like that fucking movie, the 2001 version. Oh, he also did a great movie, Topsy Turvy. Good movies, a lot of good movies. And we still have him, amazingly. The guy is fucking old. What is he, about 80 now? How old is he?
No.
$76. Yeah, if you make it over 75, man, you've had a good life. Oh, wait, put that back up, the previous one. Brenda was so washed by the
Watch out.
apocalypse now.
Oh, he didn't. Oh. No, I'm conflating movies. I'm going with
He got fat
Dr. Moreau. Oh, yeah.
when they shot that movie and Apocalypse Now, but then he lost a little bit of that weight when he did Superman. And so one of the things that's been talked about is that he may have gained that weight just to fuck with Francis Coppola. And I mean, he got a little chubby later on. Then he got a little portly near the end, but he was like really old. So, and he had a very sedentary life. He didn't leave his home very much. And he had fucked up kids. But Coppola did too. I mean, his you know, it's so fucked up, man, because his kid was best friends with Ryan, the guy from Love Story, his son, Griffin. And Griffin and Coppola's son were out getting drunk, riding around a boat, and Griffin thought it'd be funny if they went between two boats and didn't see a line between the two boats. And it didn't hit him, but it hit Coppola's kid and took his head off.
Damn.
Fred, we do this almost daily. You can go and check out our library of videos, and I'm sure you're going to find them very amusing.
Yeah, it's like Mondays, we do Military Monday, where me and some of my veteran buddies, along with Anima and Martin, we say military vets and friends.
Yeah.
Watch military films or TV shows and talk about them, discuss the films. And then Tuesday, the Chief does a show about crime thrillers, etc. And then Wednesday, we do our middle of the week matinee, where we talk about a movie. And then on Thursday, Keith talks about the state of the entertainment industry. And then on Friday, we do a show just like this, where 3:00 in the afternoon, we do the Friday afternoon matinee, and we talk about another great film. We tend to pick films that we like, although we do have films that some of the people on the show don't like.
Fuck off.
You promised you would be nice.
That was nice.
Wow.
Oh, Martin, you have no idea. You just see what you see on here.
And then Saturday we do this show, and also in the morning for anyone that's a member, we do a 1-hour member show where we talk about something. This week we talked about the passing of two great TV matriarchs, you know, and that was kind of fun doing that. And this week we talked about Pernilla, who played Basil Fawlty's wife on Fawlty Towers, and we talked about June Lockhart, who was the mother on Lost in Space.
Fred has a sense of humor kind of like yours.
And thank you for
veterinarians.
Look, man, I went to 8 years of animal doctor school. Now, here's something a lot of people don't know. You actually study regular medicine and then move into specializing with animal medicine. So every veterinarian is a medical doctor. My last comment on Brando, I've seen some movies where his attempts to do foreign accents are laughable. Bad English accent. Oh, he is. Yeah, he did. He was Mr. Christian, wasn't it? In one version of The Bounty with Sir Anthony Hopkins as Bly. Yeah, his accent was terrible in that. Look, he came from that era of bad accents. You're talking about The Young Lions, where he plays a German officer.
Oh, please don't get me started on bad German accents and fake German.
Wait, what? I didn't hear what you said.
Ooh.
He said it had one American actor, Robert De Niro, and now he's correcting himself because there's 2 more.
Yeah, so, but you said don't what? Don't get me
said,
what?
Don't even get me started on fake
Don't
German
get
and
me
bad
started.
German.
Don't even get me started.
You walked right into it.
Right, that's right. I'm tired.
Yeah,
you
that's
fuckers. It's almost 10 p.m. here.
it's like Keith will do that too. Oh, don't get me started on that, and I'll play that fucking video.
I didn't know we have that still.
Yeah, it got deleted, and I just put it back in because I had a copy of it. Bob Hoskins is doing it splendidly in a particular manner. This is what cracks me up here. This reminds me of what he would do later with Leguizamo as the brothers, the Mario brothers.
Yeah.
Just look at the hat and everything.
Yeah. But don't remind me that movie exists, please. No.
And for me, Jonathan Pryce will always be Darkness. Not Charlie Murphy, Darkness, but Darkness from Darkness's Carnival. Oh yeah, this is where they're fucking going after him. It's like, oh, so you tampered with it, right?
Not yet. Here's when he names the form, and the guy start twitching. So they have to go.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yes. Hopkins played Bly in that film, and wait, that was the Mel Gibson one. Then who played it with Brando? Because Brando played Mr. Christian.
Oh,
Here's a question for us.
You guys do East European cinema too? Just ignore it. It'll
I don't
go
think
away.
we have.
Don't
We
answer the
haven't
question.
yet.
Just shh. Just ignore the question.
Okay. Gambit, we did Tora already.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
Yes, we did, Gambit. By the way, so far I've not done any Eastern European films. But to be honest, I don't know that many. And I saw one that was made in Eastern Europe, but it seemed like to be a mixture of Eastern Europe and American, because they had what's his name from White Men Can't Jump in it, the white kid, not the black guy. The fuck is his name? Woody Harrelson. And it was a thriller that came out of Eastern Europe. So I just don't know that many Eastern European films. I know one film I will never fucking watch again. That's like basically banned from cinematic releases and in countries. What was that movie called? Where
I don't know.
guy
There's
puts-
a lot of movies that have been banned.
it's a horror film where it's got snuff films in it, and there's a
Yikes.
fucked up scene with a baby in it. And
Ugh.
when it happened, once that started, I don't know how the movie ends. I shut that fucking movie off. I don't care if that's a fake baby. I don't care. I don't want to fucking watch that. It was like, was it a Croatian film or something like that? Or that was
Oh,
the
a
name.
Serbian film is the one
Serbian.
that you're talking about.
Fuck that
That's
movie.
that's the name. A Serbian film.
I fucking hate that movie. I've never seen the end of it. I didn't want to watch it. After that, I'm like, nope, I'm done. And that's a hard to stomach movie.
Yeah. By the
Yeah, I
way,
think
Fred.
Scandinavian movies are easier to find. I mean, we did that Finnish show.
Okay, so you got to go, Fred. Okay, man. Well, nice meeting you, man. I hope there's stuff you can find enjoyable here. If you guys know any good Eastern European films other than a Serbian film, send the titles my way. Also, no films by the guy who made a Serbian film. I don't want to fucking see anything that guy wants to make into a movie.
Sander
Oh,
wants us to
reading.
read this, I assume.
Trevor Howard. Okay, thank you. So it's the Mel Gibson version, which is, I didn't like that version either. For me, the Clark Gable one with Lawton was my favorite version of the film. And Gable didn't even bother trying to have an English accent. What did we talk about? I got the same feeling when I watched Expendables 4.
Yeah, you skip this one.
I watched,
Barney Ross.
yeah, I read that part,
Oh.
and then I was moving to here to read this. I know I watched the fourth film, but I thought it was crap. I mean, at least the previous films were crap, but they were enjoyable crap. That one was just the effects in it were garbage, and I don't know if they were ever going to be able to make another movie after that last one. The 1962 version is all right. 35 is the better one. It's Clark Gable and I just said his name a minute ago, and no, I forgot his name again. Lawton, Charles Lawton. This the begin. Scandinavian movies are depressing, especially Ingmar Bergman. Yeah, but I can watch Ingmar Bergman for the most part. The Fountain one, which is basically the premise to Last House
At the left.
at the left. It's the same story.
I don't. I will never watch that movie.
Which one?
The Last House at the Left. No,
Which version?
any of it. I saw the synopsis of the first one, and then I read how it was so famous and pushy, and said, "No, that shit is not for me. No, thank you. No."
I was okay with the remake. It seemed more PG, whereas the one that Wes Craven made, that's horrifying, man. Now, for that period of time with Richard Harris, my preferred film is the Julie Andrews, Max von Sydow, Richard Harris film Hawaii. I like that movie. It's a long movie, but it's worthwhile. Yeah, it's not like I'm a fan of his work, but I really do appreciate some of his filmmaking. And he loved working with Max von Sydow. Very much so. dystopian, technocratic world.
Not so different to ours. We're
We're not
heading that way.
quite as apocalyptic yet, but yeah, we have the potential of going there.
You see, we even have people fighting the government to regain the right to repair things.
And ironically, the people who should be the most against government are the ones pushing for more big government,
Yeah,
So
I don't get it.
stupid.
which is something that never made sense to me. Like, why would you want more governance? Why would you want to give more authority to the government over your
Because they
lives?
because they're children and they are in need of a fatherly figure that always tell them what to do.
You sexist pig.
You haven't heard nothing yet. I try to behave here.
The cinematographer lights up the mood. No, I agree with you, Gambit. One of the things that makes this film so great is the in-camera lighting is what gives you those weird hues because they actually used phosphorus lighting. So there's almost a greenish blue hue to everything. They didn't do that in post. It was done in the camera. By the way, there's this channel, Martin, and Anima, you might be interested in this too, that talks about makeup for film. And they did a really cool explanation of how they did makeup for silent movies and why. And I was blown away at what he showed. I couldn't believe how much ochre was on their skin because they said that I can't remember the kind of chrome they used in there, but the chrome they were using in early film, pinks and reds looked black on screen. So you had to get all the pink out of your skin. And it's pretty fucking wild when you see it. And so he did this great makeup job on himself that looked insane. And he says, now we're going to raise the blue, lower the red, and we're going to remove the color. And look what happens. And he did it. And it was incredible the way he looked on camera in black and white. It looked right out of a fucking old movie. And I'm like, oh my God, he proved it. And what he did is he went and he found different articles written since the 20s all the way up to today. And he says, and what really sucks is that there was no behind the scenes how to do it, films or really even photos to show you color. You know, there were no behind the scenes color photographs, even though color photography existed then. And it sucks. Yeah, there was forms of color for a while. Yeah, it's just and then he's going to do another documentary on how they did makeup for Technicolor, and I'm totally into it. I fucking love it. What's that?
I'm interested in that. Definitely.
Yeah, let me go to my history, see if I can find this video because I subbed.
But let's do this after the show.
No, I'm doing it right now because I'm going to fucking forget.
Because he's old.
I'm not. Yeah.
Because I'm old, or did you say sold?
That's why you outsourced.
Did you say sold?
To me.
I think Martin said sold. I'm sold. Say it again, Martin. Oh, you're not following.
Meph is here. Hey, Meph.
Hi, Meph. Hi, Raiders.
So here we go. I'm going to put this out to everybody. There's that, and get the name of the video. There we go. There it is. The reason silent film actors look so strange. And here it is, guys, if you want to check it out. It's a very cool channel. And I like informative videos like this that do these breakdowns of how they did things. I mean, his hair looks so fucking weird here. It makes his forehead look like it's 20 inches tall.
Yeah.
Bye, Snorri.
Or
Have a nice day.
Bye,
John would
Snorri.
say, John would say it's not a forehead, it's a 5-head. Because it's so
It's a
big.
5-head.
He said that once and it stuck in my brain because I found that hilarious.
I love these sets that they built. The giant samurai. Oh my God. That thing is so fucking cool.
I don't think I made it this far.
Now, he did 3 films in this genre that he called imagination films. The first one being Time Bandits. The second one being this, and the third one being Baron Munchausen.
Munchausen, yeah.
And that's his trilogy, Imagination Trilogy. Although I think that the film that he did with Heath Ledger when Ledger passed away, and they had to recast him for other scenes, I consider that a quadrilogy because that's an imagination film.
The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
I loved that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun film.
I really loved that.
Sander, you went premature.
And I really enjoyed the other 2. This one is the only movie that doesn't work for me.
And they're all basically thematically very similar in certain ways.
Yeah, but this one's Kafka. The others are not.
Pretty sure this was the first Terry Gilliam movie I ever saw. And I must correct myself. This is my second favorite movie of his. My first favorite movie of his is 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys is pretty good. And it was a remake, sort of
Yeah.
Machete.
La Jetée. Yeah.
Yeah, Machete. So the film Brazil explores several interconnected themes, that broad themes, primarily centered on the dehumanizing effects of bureaucracy, technology, and totalitarianism. A core theme is the illusion of choice, exemplified by scenes such as the restaurant scene here, where customers are given this superficial option to choose food items, only to receive identical, unappetizing portions, symbolizing how freedom is a facade in a controlled society. The film also delves into the theme of escapism, with protagonist Sam Lowry using vivid fantasies of flight and heroism, which, if you know anything about dreams where you dream that you fly, means that you're trying to escape from something. It's the classic symbolism that Carl Jung talked about, and that he wants to be a hero because he feels so repressed. And he has these dreams just to cope with that oppressive reality that is his life, ultimately blurring the line between dream and reality by the end of the film. And another significant theme is the manipulation of truth and the use of fear, particularly through the government's creation of I'm going to say the word fuck it, terrorist threat to justify control and silence dissent, raising questions about whether the supposed terrorists are real or fabricated by the state. Sounds like the United Kingdom. So the film critiques the absurdity and the inefficiency of systems, the technocratic stuff, illustrated by the endless red tape that goes into trying to fix the most minute fucking problem. Everything malfunctions. It doesn't work the way it's supposed to. And if you find out that it's not working the way it's supposed to, you're silenced before anybody can hear you. So other people are left to still believe in the system. And you see this especially in the recurring images of the ductwork and plumbing that gives you that sense of oppressiveness and all-encompassing nature of that all-powerful government in the film, and that they don't. It's also telling you that they're putting a Band-Aid on society where it should have an amputation. They just keep trying to put patches up. Now, this is that scene where it looks like they're going to get all this fancy food and everything's given to them in small amounts.
That already happened.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Here's when he's trying to get back the chance to go to work for the information retrieval department in order to get to the girl.
Now, do you recognize that gentleman right there?
Oh yeah.
Anima?
I think she's fighting the cat.
Wrestling.
I'm rooting.
Cat wrestling. Cat wrestling.
I'm rooting for the cat.
Yeah, that is Peter Vaughn. And Vaughn's been around for a long time, man. And you might remember him as the Giant in Time Bandits. And I love that guy as an actor. He was the blind old man at the wall in Game of Thrones. What a great fucking actor. And what's funny is he's been an old man my entire life until he finally passed away a handful of years ago. And I'm like, I've never seen him young. And then I saw a film from when he was young, and I'm like, he still looks like an old guy. It's like he just has that face.
Wait.
Hey, Six is here.
Thank you,
Hi,
Six.
Thank you.
$10 super sticker, and it's a Shiba Inu hugging a heart.
Oh, thank you.
That
It's
must
good
be
to
for
see
Anima.
you. I hope
What's
for
with
all
me?
of us, because she knows we all love her. Six is
Oh,
here.
6. Hi. Good to see you.
We have here. Oh,
Well,
we need a video for
yeah.
Six.
Give her a good one.
Ah, I will try. Oh no.
Plus, we still owe Sandra a video too.
yes.
That for
Okay. Let me address Sixes first. And
Answer the goddamn question. When are you coming?
Hopefully within the next 48 hours.
48 hours?
I realize you must have gone through hell.
Gone. Bitch, we still here.
we still here. This one is also for you because this is a film by someone that was a member of Monty Python.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the middle of the film.
And Six, if you weren't here, Anima did say this during the show.
Don't get me started. Don't even get me started.
Yep, I did.
And Sander, here you go.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
Now, you know one thing that's disappointing me these days? We're not getting very many backdoor breaches.
Yeah.
You
need to go back to that, guys, because I'm always looking for new backdoors in everything that we watch.
Racing.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Actually, we should have a new one from Man from Uncle. If you made that.
I can't remember if I did or didn't. What was?
I haven't seen.
Go to media.
I just saw it on my one of my note papers here. 40 minutes 20. Man from Uncle backdoor.
Let me go see if I put it in.
And usually before I go to bed, I send you a reminder.
Nordy. Yes, I found it. So it should be in my videos. I think I tried to upload it and couldn't upload it, I think is why.
We do have a lot of clips.
Man, so many good clips. Hard to get rid of them. It's like having to snuff out one of your kids so the other one can eat.
Well,
Yeah, you went and
Godo,
got rid of my clip.
Godos the Executioner had no problem with that.
You got rid of the anima clip.
I thought I did upload this, but I guess it's not here. So, and because Anima did her own version of a breach, here you go. In German. That's what she liked.
Jim Merman.
Jim Merman, Ethel Merman.
He's
39
doing good.
steps. So let's get the movie going again. I just wanted to show you who that was. 39 Steps. What is this? Was the reboot of the 1935 Hitchcock classic. And they also did an updated version, which I thought was pretty good, of The Lady Vanishes, that I think Elliot Gould was in. And I thought it was pretty good. But I'm sorry, The Lady Vanishes, I fucking love that movie. And I love the 39 Steps. Yes, he was in Straw Dogs. That's right. Oh, yes. Or as they say in old England, Village of the Damned. I love Rope. Alfred Hitchcock, great film. It's the first film made in or shot in what's called real time, where the amount of time that the story takes place is the exact length of the movie. And it's all taking place like a stage play. And in fact, it was shot like a stage play. And what Hitchcock figured out with math was that every spool of film is 10 minutes of film. So they would watch where they were at as they were nearing that 10-minute mark, and then they would move the camera into somebody's back or into something to black out the screen, and then they would seamlessly come right back out of it, keeping the camera moving in that direction. And so that's how they did the seamless cuts in the film. Love Zulu Dawn. I like the Macintosh Man a lot. I did like that film, Paul Newman. Not sure how I feel about Razor's Edge. Trying to remember, what was that? Oh, fuck. Destroyed by Somerset Maugham. Yeah. And it's been made a couple of times, and I didn't like any version of it, but I almost liked the version with Bill Murray. Almost. I felt it was truer to the book. And by the way, Ghostbusters got him that movie. By agreeing to be in Ghostbusters, he got to make his Razor's Edge. And he nearly quit acting over it. How badly it did. Remains of the Day is a brilliant film. It's one of my favorites. Christopher Reeve, Anthony Hopkins, Emma Thompson. What a great fucking movie. That ending is so heartbreaking. Yeah, that was a good movie. The French Lieutenant's Woman, Jeremy Irons, and Meryl Streep. Meryl does a proper accent. Doesn't suck at her accents like some actors, like Brando.
Well, he's not even trying. Yeah. She sat on the mouse pad muting me, which I didn't immediately realize. And then she decided, yeah, I'm going to fuck off again. Loki used to do that. Sit on the mouse, clicking shit.
Pay attention to me.
I told you one time he walked across my keyboard and managed to turn my whole desktop upside down.
So, Freakazoid.
That's a key combination that only a cat with 4 paws can manage, I think, because nobody I asked knew how that was possible even. How do you turn everything upside down on your computer? That was weird.
So this is pretty interesting too to bring up that the first draft of this movie was written by Gilliam working with Charles Alverson, and Alverson was paid for his work, but was later uncredited for his work on the film. And Gilliam kept saying and stood by his statement that anything that he contributed to the story was not used. And then later, the copy of the script that he wrote, Alverson wrote, was released, published publicly. And Gilliam had to finally begrudgingly change his story. This was, of course, too late for either credit on the film or listing in the failed Oscar nomination for Alverson. He has said that he would not have minded the Oscar nomination, even though he didn't think much of the script or the finished film. So that's his way of shitting on Gilliam for doing that and saying the movie sucked. Gilliam, McKeon, and Stopper collaborated on further drafts. Brazil was developed under the title The Ministry and 1984 and a half. The latter a nod to Orwell's 1984, but also to 8.5 by Federico Fellini. Gilliam often cited Fellini as one of the defining influences on his visual style. During the film's production, other working titles floated about, including The Ministry of Torture, How I Learned to Live with the System So Far, which I don't know why. There's no mention of where that title comes from. It comes from Stanley Kubrick's title for Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Fearing and Love the Bomb. And then there was another title that I forgot earlier called So That's the Bourgeois. That's Why the Bourgeois Sucks. And before finally settling on Brazil, which I think is the weakest title for the film. There are, like I said, 3 versions of the movie out there. And there are only 3 that I know of. And this film was the technically it's the second of 3 trilogy, but to be honest with you, the later film has to be in it. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus should be part of that. So it should be a quadrilogy. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Penny. Hello again.
Hello, Penny.
Now, I've not seen the Zero Theorem.
And
it's got an actor I like in it. Is Christoph Waltz is in it.
Yep.
It's got David Thewlis, Melanie Thierry, and or some would say Thierry, and Lucas Hedges. So I don't know. As much as I love Waltz, the movie didn't look interesting to me. It's sort of like he finally made his version of the guy that chases windmills.
Quixote.
Don
Quixote. And I thought it was a dumb movie. And I'm like, that was what you were trying to film with Johnny Depp? Oh my God, I'm glad the storm stopped you.
What storm?
There's a huge storm there in Spain, and it flooded the set and destroyed the entire movie set.
Oh.
It's the same sort of thing that happened to George Lucas with Star
Yeah.
Wars, but he had the funding to rebuild the sets in Tunisia. Yeah, a Haboob came through and destroyed the movie set.
Hello, awesome
Awesome
one.
one. How you doing, buddy?
I guess that was universe's way of saying nope to that movie.
Nope. And he made the newer one has the guy that was the failed son of Darth Vader kind of character. The Disney Star Wars movies. And
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, and he went and did the movie with Gilliam, and I was like, oh, I'm curious how this is going. I watched it. Not good at all. Yeah, Haboob. Haboob. I remember I got some shit by a couple of people I knew here in Springfield because I referred to a storm, a giant dust storm that we had in Phoenix, and I referred to it as a haboob. And they said, you can use something other than the Arab word, because they were like very funny about like anything Arab related. And I said, that word actually pre-exists Islam, and it is the term used for a giant sandstorm. They said, well, why don't you say giant sandstorm? Because there's an actual single word
that is shorter.
It's called haboob, and it's a real word. This sounds like something lefty would use. I said, first of all, infantry uses it when they're in the Middle East, because that's what they fucking are. It's like a gigantic 10-story fucking wall of desert being blown at you.
Or the monsoon. Nobody says rain. It's the monsoon.
It has a name, yeah.
And so I went and looked it up just to make sure, Anima, because we were talking about it recently, that I guess they can get away with calling it a hurricane in Hawaii if it's rotating the same direction, which is clockwise.
That makes sense.
If the storm is rotating clockwise, it's a hurricane. If it's counterclockwise, it's a typhoon. I didn't know that. They never taught us that in school.
I remember, even though I loved geography back in middle school, when it came to that part, storms and the areas and how they were called, I fucking hated that chapter. I failed the test miserably too.
I never did get to watch that, but I know that Don Ecker is a big fan. By the way, we're not going to have a show on Monday because he gets paid through the government as a disabled veteran. He's probably not going to get paid this month, so he said no show this week, coming week, which makes me sad.
Dude,
because I actually like hanging out.
I hope they fix this. They need to fix this.
Yeah,
I laughed when these federal judges told Trump that he has to pay for this, and he says, "You're telling me I have to do this. You're not saying anything to them to turn the government back on." That's interesting.
The fact that he can turn the government off like that sucks.
He didn't.
No, he
Well,
didn't.
I know he didn't do it, but they did, and
This time, the last time, yes, it was.
This has lasted longer than the last time too.
Yeah. Now
this is scary.
Now, forgive my ignorance, but I think that closing the government should be illegal because that is ruling. That is ruling by coercion. What the fuck?
Well, they made the mistake in interviews saying leverage. They admitted to what they were doing. They were using the poor and the destitute and the needy as leverage. And it's like, and they admitted to it, fucking admitted to it, man. So I don't want to get into this. Let's get back to this movie. So this is an interesting scene because we'll have a scene like it again later at the end. And she's not buying his bullshit. She wants nothing to do with this guy.
Well, a guy who appears from nothing. and start babbling shit. And I dream of you and I love you. Okay.
You're insane. I heard that it's called a typhoon because it's over water instead of land. See, that's what I always thought. Also, that it's a typhoon because it's in the Pacific, and that hurricanes were in the Atlantic. And now I'm finding out that's not totally true. That it also has to do with the rotation of the storm. Yeah. What's the BBC sitcom? Hello, hello. Did you make Anima legal, Gary?
They're trying.
Why would I
Dude,
make
we've
her
been
legal?
trying for a year now.
Why would I make her legal, Gary? That's just a weird thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, again, as
Punctuation
Penny,
matters.
this is important. Commas are important.
Yeah.
The comma
But
after
yeah, also
legal.
we've been working on that for over a year now.
So
It's a
you're
pain in the
trapped in
ass.
bureaucracy, like in Brazil.
Hey, that's one of my favorite songs. Ice, ice,
Well,
baby.
they're also bankrupting me because this shit costs a lot.
Oh.
a comma,
Comma,
commie.
commie. That's right. I like that.
Don't get me wrong, Anima, but the funniest part of the whole ordeal is when remember when Gary was saying that that he submitted a picture, but they afterward they denied the picture and didn't tell him why. That's it's
Dude,
like
3 fucking times before they say it needs to show the shoulders. It needs to be a US passport photo. They just say official
It
passport
took us
photo.
months. It
Yeah.
took us months to get everything approved to be sent out. It was very frustrating.
That's not on the
A
ministry,
number of
though. That was
reviewers also
Boundless.
saw a distinct influence of German expressionism as the 19th seminal, more nightmarish predecessor to the 40s film noir in general and how Gilliam made films. And I have no doubt that German expressionism, as well as French cinema, French expressionism films, Penny, voice to text sucks. Yeah, when you said comma, they probably thought you were trying to write the lyrics to comma, 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 chameleon.
If somebody knows about the pains that voice to text can be, it's Gary Penny. Let me assure you. He keeps bitching about that.
Sander, just in case you don't spot it, I'm being facetious when I said that. Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once. That's from Allo, Allo. Bowie and Queen, nothing can top that. Enema missed out on the free passage last year into the US. I know, right? We joked about it. I'm debating whether to go to the grocery store now or tomorrow. That I wouldn't go on a Saturday. I'd go on a Sunday. I would actually. This is why being Catholic is so great, because Mass on Saturday evening and grocery store or grocery stores on Sundays, because everybody is at church and then they leave church to go to Denny's.
Dude,
and so
here in
all the
Mexico,
restaurants are busy until 2:00.
Mexico is predominantly Catholic, but everybody makes their groceries on Sunday. Sunday is the supermarket has collapsed with people. I don't get it.
Yeah, they're closed here on Sunday, so usually Saturday is the big rush, but today is the Catholic holiday, so everything is closed. So I had, along with the rest of Vienna, to do my grocery shopping yesterday, and it was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Now, one of my favorite directors from France was Jean Cocteau. I fucking love his movies, especially
You said cock?
his version of Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite films of all time.
That's the
Karma
76 one,
Chameleon.
right?
47. Rejuvenating weekend to the PCM tribe. DNA, Martin, Gambit, Sander, Penny, and the rest of the folks. Hi,
Oh, with
Genghis.
G&A now.
You are
Hello.
here. I said it a little bit ago, but you weren't here. So no show on Monday. Don is in a pickle because his disability and everything from the VA isn't coming for the month. No payment.
Yeah, but
So
Military Monday is on, right?
Oh, yeah. We still need to pick a movie, though, I think.
When I was in Vienna in 2010, it was like a ghetto, so much graffiti.
That depends on where you go in Vienna.
Yeah, all the plastic surgery in this is fucking crazy.
It's insane.
And again, just like in Time Bandits, this, of course, is the actress that played the giant's wife.
Hmm. The giant, no, the ogre's wife.
He's a giant, though.
No, the giant is in a boat.
Yeah.
Catherine Hellman. You're right. Catherine Hellman is her name. And I loved her because she was on the show Soap. Ian Richardson's in this too. Fuck. He plays Mr. Warren.
Mixing up an article here, Gambit. La Belle et le Bête. But yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely my favorite French film of all time. And some of the effects were done in camera, which I liked. A lot of miniatures, miniature sets, everything.
The sets were really cool. I have to give this movie that.
Yeah, the sets and the costumes, a lot of work went into this.
Yep.
The visuals are just incredible. Like when that giant samurai is coming after him, I fucking love that scene.
I don't think I got that far. At least I don't remember it. But I think we were just about halfway through.
That dude looks like John Cleese, but I know it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scene with the handheld torches in the hallway, and those are actual human arms coming out of the wall.
What?
That's fucking. Yeah, it's like
That's crazy.
People behind the wall holding the lantern, so you see slight movement, and like I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, oh my god, it's a mystical, magical place with arms coming out of the wall.
I know the saying the walls have ears. I've never heard that they can have arms.
My complication had a little complication. Dr. Jeffy says, I'll soon be up and bounding about like a young gazelle.
Yeah. That wasn't true. She ended up liquefied.
What? You?
Well, no, that is part of the fantasy.
Okay.
But she wasn't getting any better.
This is just too weird for me. Giving me too many Kafka flashbacks.
I like to rewrite the lyrics to One Night in Bangkok and just say, one night with Kafka.
Nope.
Drives a sane man crazy.
It's just reading Kafka is like reading a journal entry made by somebody who was on a bad drug trip.
And I also often wonder within the story if the character of Harry Tuttle wasn't even real. It was just part of the delusion, the fantasy. Oh, there's Hoskins again.
No, I think Tuttle was real up until this point. After this, the Tuttle during the rescue and the evading, no, that was because there was no rescue.
Because later he disappears in a whirlwind storm of
Forms.
paper forms. Yeah, he's just swallowed up by it. Clearly not real. No, I do believe that's who that was because of the nose. He's got that long fucking nose, Ian Richardson. The human condoms.
What?
God damn it, Gary.
Very industrial dystopia. It makes me think of the City of Lost Children. Dark City. Yeah. I don't know why, but I do like that film, City of Lost Children. Yeah, retrofuturism. Because it's something that Sid Mead did when he created the universe of Blade Runner, was that retrofitted look. The technology is future, but the buildings look the same as they did in the 40s, except for all the shit on the outside because they can't build outwards, so they build upward and put things on the outside of the building, like all the pipes and hoses and shit.
I like Delicatessen.
It's a good film. I saw it way back in the 80s.
Wait, how about your Delicatessen?
Yeah, that just popped into my mind too. I'll buy you a delicatessen. Blofeld, who isn't to be named Blofeld before he gets dropped.
Bad, Andy. Bad.
Yeah, bad Andy. Are you with us, Gary?
Mostly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I think that is better suited.
Yep. Very dystopian. It's after they follow pretty much the book in the fact that they don't give it its name, but it's World War Terminus. And it's wiped out all animal life on the planet for the most part.
Yeah, I remember I found that horrifying about Blade Runner, that there's almost no animal life left.
Steak rubbing time. I'm hoping that is an actual steak and not like slime.
Don't go. Don't go. Don't go there.
Yeah, please don't.
All of those little tiny screens and giant magnifying glasses. That's so funny.
It's a steak.
No, here's what happened, Gambit, was they had done this whole set, and he walked in and he says, they're upside down. They're supposed to go the other way. And they're like, what? And so then they went and checked, and it was wrong. And they had to figure out how to flip those things without destroying that floor. They did it. They pulled it off. Well, yeah, I know what you were talking about. But the fact is they put them in wrong, and they had to fix it, and they were terrified they weren't going to be able to. By the way, Lawrence G. Paul with two L's, Morgan, who plays Holden in the film, had a confrontation with a very friendly one, but it was a confrontation nonetheless. And Morgan said, my family's from West Virginia, where all the Pauls are from. I don't recall anybody before me going to Hollywood. So from what part of West Virginia are you from? And of course he's not. And he had to admit that he added the extra L to his name. So it's not just actors that change their names.
Dead air.
So your real name is Getty.
No, it's Getty, like the guitarist, keyboardist for Rush. Getty Lee. By the way, his real name is Gary.
Now he's been processed. And here's what
Saint Nick.
Yeah, he's being delivered the news. Oh no, she died resisting arrest, and he says, no, I put that in that file. Yeah, the thing is, it apparently happened twice. So when it dawns on him, oh, no, she's dead.
Well, there were competing T-shirts in Blade Runner on the set. The crew would wear a T-shirt that said "Yes, Governor," and I'm trying to remember what Ridley's was. Ridley had one made up. Ridley's T-shirt making Blade Runner. Because he was taking a shot right back at him. Yeah, okay, I'm done with fucking Brave. It sucks for looking shit up. Just garbage. I could go to Blade Zone, but they still haven't put the search feature back on the website to work correctly.
Oh, no, we have to start here. First of all, Ridley spoke to a British interviewer about whether or not he should work with an American or British crew. He quickly replied, I want to work with my kind. Oh, because the crew says, yes, governor, whenever I tell them to do something, then they do it. My kind. Wow, wow, wow. See, and this at this point in which the fantasy begins.
Okay.
From this point on, all is product of his mind because he's getting crazy during the interrogation.
So he's escaping into his imagination.
That was it. Xenophobia sucks was what Ridley Scott wore. So the crew were like, yes, governor, because he was the boss, and so he saw that T-shirt and he's like, fuck you, and he wrote xenophobia sucks and had that put on a shirt and he wore it on the set. Yeah, yes, governor, my ass. Yeah. It's funny, you hear stories like this, like James Cameron went to England to shoot Aliens and was in constant conflict with the crew. And finally, one day he got angry because everybody just got up and left to go get their tea and biscuits. And so he walked over and he says, excuse me, can I see your cart for a second? The tea cart girl. She's okay. And he just shoves it out of the studio and asks her if you would please politely come and get everybody's order for what they want and bring it to them exactly. And we can stop having this fucking interruptions of our shooting schedule. Yeah, it's at this point where he's losing grasp because she's dead. And of course, what she tells him, I think, is something akin of, well, that's what they said, but I got away, I escaped. And then you see them having their happy ending, and then we pull back and he's just sitting with a big stupid smile on his face, still in the torture chamber, and they went, that's it, his mind broke. And they just quit torturing him. Yeah, here it is. This is where Harry disappears in a storm of corporate paperwork and shit. Yeah, Fierce Creatures. I like that movie. It's not as good as Fish Called Wanda, but it is a good film. One of the films I want to talk about one day is his movie with Meg Ryan and Jean Reno called French Kiss. I thought that was actually a really good comedy. And there's the image of the driving off happy ending, and that's what he fantasizes, is that image. Well, he was getting aggravated because he felt the pressure from corporate, and they weren't taking it seriously. The crew. I absolutely. I don't like James Cameron, but I actually empathize with him. He's trying to get shit done, and his crew just gets up and walks away. It's tea time. I think I'm reminded of the scene from A Bridge Too Far, when the Americans and the Poles fucking get pissed at the English for taking their break as people are fucking dying. That's his mom, by the way, supposed to be. And she supposedly helps him escape here, but it's all fantasy. Yeah, he endured a lot while making that. He went to the Roger Corman School of filmmaking, so I know he knows how to make film correctly. And he got thrown in to the deep end of the pool with British crap when he made Aliens, and he hit a point where I'm not going to ignore this, and he went off on the crew. Yeah, I know about that story too, Gambit, with Horner. Well, it's not the first time directors have clashed with their composers, because you know the infamous story about John Carpenter and Ennio Morricone. Like 80% of the music in that film is John Carpenter, because after Morricone scores the scenes, he would change the scenes in his edits.
That's a
And
dig
Morricone
move.
says, I can't do this. I can't do this. And Carpenter was forced to compose and record his own music for those scenes. Yeah, the giant baby mask freaked me out when I saw this movie. Yeah, look at him
And
with
there
that
he is.
little grin, and his brain is gone.
He's cuckoo.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
And they just walk away, leaving him out there on that platform. And that's the end of the movie. Yeah, and like I said, all of the colors were done in camera at the time of shooting, and it for me it feels more real than some of the crap that they do as post-production trickery with the colors. I fucking hate the orange sepia shit that they do today. Everything's like teal colored and orange, and it's just ugly.
That got old quickly.
But now it's the standard. So that's why you're seeing it everywhere.
Unfortunately. Everywhere. Yeah, it's so annoying.
Yeah, I don't know that story. What did he say, or do you know? Oh, you mean like
No.
in Godzilla X Kong?
Oh,
Yeah, make Godzilla gay. He's purple now when he glows.
Everything, like just all these fucking rave colors all the time.
That looked stupid.
It's just ugly to the eye. And anybody who says it looks good doesn't know color composition. I do love that painting in the background here. I just think that looks great. No, they would never. Morricone made it clear he would never work with him again. And I don't think that Carpenter was exactly disrespectful or anything verbally, but what he was wanting was disrespectful to Morricone. And I totally get why Morricone says, "Yeah, I'm not doing this." And he left Carpenter having to edit and deal with reshoots and composing the rest of the soundtrack, which is easy because Morricone basically followed the idea of what Carpenter wanted, which is why the theme song really kind of sounds like a Carpenter theme song that he would have written anyway. So yeah, I think the same thing happened with Costner and what's his name? The James Bond composer.
Arnold?
I love it when you guys talk at the same time. Don't understand either of you. Martin.
I said, don't know.
Anima.
David Arnold?
Was it David Arnold? Hold on.
He took over James Bond, so that's the first name that comes to my mind.
No, it's not David Arnold. The guy before him.
And it's Barry. Barry.
Yeah, John Barry. And Barry wasn't able to do some of the Bond music because of tax reasons.
Tax reasons? That sucks.
Yeah, because he's a resident of the UK and he couldn't make any more money doing what he did.
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely inside real alone.
There we go. So why is it now we're on the 1st of November they still have Halloween stuff in here offering it to us? That's weird. But anyway, that's Brazil. And once again, I cannot count to a Brazilian.
Hey.
He had to say that again.
And I've always wondered, it's like, what do you call the full waxing of the nether regions when you're there? Is that also a Brazilian? Or does it have a different name because of the name of the film?
No, they just call it torture there.
Whatever the communicate. Wait. Lance actually confirms in the documentary of Aliens, and the British assistant said RTS as if Lance didn't hear him right. I've actually heard Lance say that it happened to him. So I'm still not quite understanding what was said and why there was a misunderstanding or something. I'm saying to my dad today, I bet people start to leave Halloween decorations up outside all year, like some of the Christmas decorations. Fuck it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Because Lance also confirms that even though we speak the same language, it's different language. Oh, I get annoyed with some of my British friends. I don't see. So I don't know what RTS means.
Real-time strategy. It's a gaming genre, Anima.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Behind the scenes. In filmmaking, BTS stands for behind the scenes, referring to footage or photos captured during the production process that reveal how a film or television program is made. Okay.
Oh, you can watch without a paddle, Sally Ford. You're gonna laugh your guts out.
Yeah, that movie's fun. It's just such a silly, fun movie. And they find the money that was stolen in that hijacking by DB Cooper.
Just this. We had a neighbor for 2 years had a zombie life size on the porch.
Fuck it.
Oh my.
Oh, you know the film then? Okay. Yeah. All right. Maybe it wasn't artiste, but the word artiste, something like the British would use to exacerbate the vocabulary. Oh yeah. They add extra vowels to shit. Yeah, I get it. And I do. I love living in England. I loved learning shit from the English, but there are certain things that just annoy me. And I'm sure the shit we do annoys them. And to that, I don't care. Up yours. I took British vulgar slang and threw it right back at him. Jog on, mate. Watch
I like my time in Dublin.
Lance's see, I also got that whole long thing too. So I'm gonna have to wander through it. Yeah, the whole long thing. But the girth wasn't bad, but it was the length that was tough. Gary cursing us with his up y'alls. Because and by the way, you know, I explained to Anima that yeah, the Brits brought y'all to America. You all. Nay said it was a Scottish, but I also think that it was a popular phrase on the East End.
It sounds like pirate speak.
A lot of their own contractions. Backdoor much? Oh,
look at that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Kind of lazy, but we're not picky these days.
There you go. Anima enjoyed that movie, and she enjoyed the fact that Henry Cavill, when he speaks other languages, speaks very well.
He does speak more than English, so I'm always impressed with busy people like actors.
He's fluent in 3 other languages and can get around with the 4th.
Something like that, yeah. Italian and Spanish, I think. And he knows some German, something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, he doesn't speak fluent German, but he understands German and he can get around.
Yeah, you can tell when he speaks German that he actually knows what he's saying. He's not just memorizing words and saying them. The way the melody is in his sentence.
How to phonetically say it. Yeah. All right. So anyway, most of the planet loves this movie, but there is a percentage, a low percentage, between 20, maybe 30% of people don't like this film. I am not in that group. I love this movie. Martin is in that group too. Anima is in the minority here, but hey, their opinion matters.
You just say that because they voted you have to be nice to me.
I'm neither going to confirm nor deny that.
There you go. That's the answer.
Start off, yeah. And that was one of my dad's complaints when we went to see Force 10 from Navarone in the theater. He got mad when Edward Fox flips the German off. And the German's like confused, like, what does that mean? He's English, so he would have done this. And he didn't like that. But the filmmakers felt that nobody would fucking know what this means.
I've never seen anyone do that.
It's a British fuck you term, and it came from the Battle of Agincourt. On St.
Archers,
Crispin's Day.
yeah.
Well, awesome. The Brazil soundtrack is heard at the end, but it doesn't center around the country.
It has nothing to do with the country.
Yeah.
Don't let that fool you.
And that's the confusion that it caused, and I always thought that was a mistake. To name the film that, and it's about a song and nothing to do really with the movie. The other title, specifically the one I liked, was 1984 and a half. I mean, come on. That's a fucking great title. Yeah, the title Brazil is misleading, a tad misleading, but I'm willing to forgive Gilliam for not knowing it. Well, you know, you do your best at the time, and you take your hits for it.
I think he knew it and probably just wanted to be weird, like extra weird.
Like, there's gradient levels of weird for Terry Gilliam. Gambit, Snorty, Sally Forth, Sammy Threepeat, Sandra Hammerslag, Andy Morrow, Christian Delorme, Fred Arsenault, Mephisto, Penny, Awesome One, and Genghis Khan. Thank you guys for being here today. Thanks for the chats. And I want to thank Six in particular and Christian Delorme for their super chats. Thank you. Deeply appreciate it. And we are going to get moseying. There's other stuff to do. Anima needs to go to sleep. I need to go watch some pornography and get on with the day. There we go. It's good hanging out with you guys. Happy Saturday. And look forward to seeing you guys on Monday when we do the film. You'll like that movie. It's really good. God bless to you, Awesome One. Thank you, man. And I want you guys to have just a great weekend, okay? And I know today actually is the day here in the United States we celebrate Halloween, even though it was last night. November 1st, because it's a Saturday. It's always the Saturday following the date of Halloween. So sometimes it's the preceding Saturday. Like if it's Monday,
well, or so Sunday, we celebrated yesterday. We know that for a fact.
Yeah. Did you get that photo from her? Show her costume to everybody before we end.
All right. Give me a second.
Now. Do it now.
Dude, I didn't download it, so I need to go to Facebook and find it. And then, yeah, you know.
She does really cool makeup stuff and costumes. She does all of her own costumes. Those costumes aren't bought pre-made. She puts them together. She did one of the coolest Harley Quinns I've ever seen. She had a giant
this is easier.
Hat, and she finally got a wooden sledgehammer mallet. And there she is.
Here she is.
Yeah, nobody can really see that. Let's make that large. Large Marge.
You know, I don't know how to do that.
You have to say enhance.
But in the video that you showed me, she's wearing a different one. But I don't find that anymore. So, because she has a dress-like thingy in that one, so she had 2 costumes, but the makeup's the same, and it's awesome.
Go to Facebook and see if I can find something. Because she didn't send anything to me. She just posted that video, even though I asked her to send photographs.
Yeah, you're not going to find it. I couldn't find it. I went on her profile and looked for it. And then I just texted her that you showed it to me and that I think it's awesome. And she said, thank you. And then she sent me this one.
I was kind of hoping that in her videos, but nope. I'm not seeing it.
I think
in her videos.
she did it as a story and then she changed it to the next one.
Where are we?
Oh my God. She did a tattoo on her lower back. And she's, did you see my new tattoo? And she turned to show it to me. I said, oh, you got a tramp stamp. Awesome.
I loved her reaction to that. She was like, what the fuck, Dad? But that's exactly
everybody knows.
Yeah.
Well, I told her everybody knows that that's just simply basic directions for every dude that they go out with, where they want to go. And she's like, God, Dad, I can't believe. I said, well, I can't believe my daughter got a tramp stamp.
She has so many tattoos now.
She's also so funny. She's got my sense of humor. And so that's why she puts up with a lot of the shit that I say to her, because she dishes it right back out to me. And she put no photos up. Wow.
I found the link that you gave me, but it's not working anymore. So it's
yeah, because that only goes for 24 hours and then the
Yeah.
video ends, it goes away. That's why I wanted you to look at it while you had a chance. And
somebody's going to have taken photos of her. You just need to remind her when you talk to her next time, which is probably going to be tomorrow during date night.
Yeah, I'm gonna message her real
while we're
quick.
hanging out. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Oh, aren't we already gone? Oh, we're still on the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted me to show Zoe.
She was like, it's cool and modern. Well, before I go, I will say this thing. We're probably going to do something about that Gambit with Checky, because I fucking love that guy. Not Thecky, Checky. Look at that. He's spelled it with an H. Gambit, you turd. I love Checky, and
No,
we will talk about him. We'll talk about him in the coming week, because I fucking love that guy. I can't believe he's dead.
Well, it only happened yesterday. He died from cancer, so not aging.
They always go in threes. Well, that's why he ended that show, because he was getting sick.
But anyway,
so,
we
we're gonna
already
get out
had
of here.
dedicated our morning show to the 2 ladies, so we more or less
So,
went with that.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.